Doody champions, it's Romeo here, and I've got a couple of things for you this week. I've had this really cool idea, something I've never done before, and I want your feedback on it, your opinion on it, because depending on what you think and what you say, I may or may not do it. So I'll tell you about that in a second, but to give it a bit of context, the second part is the song of the week this week. Now, you may or may not know, I took all my music off of streaming earlier this year because I just don't agree with how it's stacked against creators. Although as a user it's brilliant, and so all of my music is only available through my website. Every week I have one song which is the song of the week, which is free streaming on my website, and I change it each week. Now normally I change it on a Monday, but from the following week, not next week, not this week, but the week after, I'm going to do it on Friday. So this week's song's going to be up for a bit longer, for about 10-12 days. And part of the reason for that is I'm really excited. This week's song, the song of the week, is actually the final song from my latest album, A Blind Eye to Love. And this song is called I'm So Grateful for You. And so this song is like the culmination of listening to this album in its entirety. So this particular song is very, very sparse. So on a lot of the earlier songs on the album, which are released early this year, there's like orchestral lines, there's like horns and strings, and there's guitars and all sorts of stuff going on, and the whole album meanders through quite a few different styles and genres and things like that. From blues and rock and funk and soul and gospel a little bit, and a bit of jazz and this one is a really, really simple song. It's a very heartfelt song, which I wrote for, as a lot of my songs are, I wrote for my wife, but I think that it will resonate with a lot of people because the thoughts and the sentiments and the ideas in it, I think, particularly if you've been with someone for quite a number of years and you're growing older together, then I think you'll really appreciate where this song's coming from. So one of the other reasons I really wanted to pull from streaming is because I really like the idea of having a full album. So let me get back to that, my first point, what I want your feedback on. And for me, like the great bands that I love, the great artists I love, they released albums, and you listen to those albums from like the first song to the end song, and it was like an experience. And streaming really encourages you to just bash out single after single. They don't have to be particularly related, just conveyor belt, churn them out. And I don't really like that. So my album, A Blind Eye to Love, was my first album, and it was very much conceived as a start to finish kind of listening experience. And if you've already heard it, then you'll know what I mean. If you haven't heard it yet, I'd really love you to hear it. Now, there are currently only two ways you can hear that album. The first way, well, two at a point bit. So the first way is to buy the album, which you can get from my website. I think it's about $10. The second way is my preferred way, and hopefully better for you, is to join the Crow Crew, which is my members club. It costs $20 a year. You get all of my music, including the album, including, well, basically about 50 plus songs, plus anything I do in the future. And right now I'm working on my next album, which is a blues album. Hopefully that will be out around January, probably February. This year I released The Blind Eye to Love on February the 14th, so maybe that will be the release date for this next album, I don't know. But it's coming very soon. The third way that you might be able to hear the album is if you listen to the song of the week each week. I have put up that album bit by bit, but now that I'm playing the last track of the album, there are 12 songs on the album, so the last track is coming out this week for Song of the Week. After that, I don't know when I'm going to put on any of those tracks, because there'll be tracks from my other EPs or tracks from the lab and all other places that I'll be putting on there. So that's not really the best way of listening to it. So I have a third way for you to listen to it, which is completely free. And this is what I want your feedback on. So something I've never done before is a live stream. And one of the reasons I've never done a live stream is because like in this flat, I can't really make any noise. So I can't play the songs live, and it's really frustrating. And so that kind of sucks. But what I thought is, what if I did like a kind of hybrid thing? So basically, I'll play the album in its entirety, but I will be there like to give context to each of the songs, to chat with you in the chat, and do, talk to you live about the songs in between the songs. So give you a bit of context, answer any questions, etc., etc. So it would be a live stream, and then maybe there would be a replay of it, which would be up for a period of time, probably not too long. You know, it is my hope for doing this is for two reasons. Number one, I really want to share the album with as many people as possible, and I really hope that you get to hear it and enjoy it. And number two, I'm hoping that you'll hear it and you'll think, wow, that's a really cool album. I definitely want to hear more stuff from you. I will join the Crow Crew, because, you know, it's very difficult to make art if you can't make ends meet. And you know, I want to create lots of music for you and lots more art for you to enjoy. And you know, you got to charge for it. So the live stream is totally free, you know. So this was my thinking. So I'd really love it if you were to let me know either on a comment below this, or if you're on my website and you're watching this, there might be a pop-up on the website which just asks you to you know, to answer yes, I'd watch the live stream, I'd watch the replay, or no, I wouldn't watch anything. If enough people kind of say yeah, we'll do it, then I'll be up for doing that. The other thing is there'll be a second question if you do answer the or if you comment anywhere. I'd love to know where you were in terms of time zone, because obviously if I find that everybody is in this time zone, then that will be better. If people are in that time zone, that will be better. So yes, I would love for you to let me know, and also I'd love for you to hear this new song. I'm so grateful for you, and hopefully you'll really enjoy the song of the week this week, and maybe even that might inspire you to join the Crow Crew. So thank you very much for watching. I tried to keep this one short. I've been talking quite quickly because I know I always take up too much time. So I shall let you go, and I shall see you next time. Cheers, bye. Gotta press stop button now. Go.